This is the first Wikipedia Science Conference. It's a two-day event around Wikipedia and those open communities and their ways of working, and scientific research, scientific publication on the other, and how those two things connect.
I've come along to the conference because I'm particularly interested in researcher training, and at Cancer Research UK we're interested in how our researchers could work with Wikipedia to help the public interact with their research.
I think the interactions that happen between research scientists and Wikipedians and everybody else who comes here is amazing. Like, they really have very specialist knowledge they can share with each other, and also they come up with ideas and they can kind of solve each other's problems and like work on projects together. I think that's something that's very difficult to do online.
We've been very lucky to have on the first day a keynote speaker, Professor Dame Wendy Hall. Not only is she a very distinguished scientist, very accomplished, but her work is in scientific data and its availability on the web, and the technological and political aspects about how that becomes most usable and shareable.
It's all about cataloguing at this stage. It may change over time. This is a social machine we're building, and who knows what it will become. But the idea is like open access to the information about where the data sets are and who's got what data sets, so that we can start to join them up rather than keep them in lots of different silos.
Initially, this was just an idea that I posted on a wiki page, and I roped in the volunteers and staff of Wikimedia UK that they would support an event if we found a partner organisation to host. We asked Wellcome, and we got to host the conference in this fantastic conference centre with the library and collection, the whole building celebrating science and health, the advance of knowledge. And then we needed an evening event, as all conferences need, and the Royal Society of Chemistry stepped in to sponsor a drinks reception. So not only did we have that, the Wellcome Collection opened their reading room, which is a fantastic display of books and artefacts about health. So we feel quite privileged to have a conference event in that place.
I gave a presentation at the conference today called Changing the Way the Stories Are Told, which is really about Women in Science editathons, where we get groups of women together to edit Wikipedia, looking at the history of medicine and the history of science. And we just improve the coverage and the articles about those women and the historical events.
At the Natural History Museum, as an example, we used to be very, very closed with our data and our images, and now you're starting to see more and more of our images actually appear on the Wikipedia, and that's a really good thing.
People are realising how what we're doing in Wikipedia is central to what the scientists and scientific bodies want to do. Now we have a whole conference where we've set up the conference and they've come to us. That's a real milestone in our relationship with the scientific community.